Alligator Alcatraz. Folks, if you haven't heard about this Alligator Alcatraz, stark first photos from inside Alligator Alcatraz has driven a lot of people insane, reveals bleak digs for up to 5,000 migrants is what they're building. Okay, is this it, Rob, that you're showing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so each cell comes with a alligator pet. No, I'm just kidding with you. That would have been, can you imagine? All of a sudden, each cell is getting thrown alligator. It's like, hey, you got to pet this guy. You know, studies have shown that 92% of people that pet an alligator lose an arm. Yeah. By the way, again, this is hypotheticals, guys. We're joking. Yeah. We're not being serious with you about these things. But President Trump toured the Alligator Alcatraz migrant detention center in Florida Everglades on Tuesday. Rob, can you show physically where it's at? I want to show exactly where it's at physically. Like if you try to escape, you're dead. Okay, these guys gonna get you when you try to escape this place. Revealing rows of empty industrial metal bunks, beds, and chains. There's only one road leading in, and there's only one way out. It's a one-way flight. And describing a facility as isolated and surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain, Trump remarked. Rob, do you want to play the clip of the president? Watch this, folks.
We're tangled pretty hard in the 2024 election. You stand here now. Yeah, you stand here now as partners on this effort. How would you describe the relationship, and what future does Governor DeSantis have?
I think it's a 10. Maybe 9-9, because there might be a couple of little wounds.
How much DeSantis loves him. Look at that
I think
face.
we have a 10. We get along great.
Well, the thing about it is, I endorsed him immediately in January 2024. I raised one of his PACs millions and millions of dollars, and obviously we saved him a lot of money in Florida because Florida was a deep red state. He didn't even have to do a rally in Florida, whereas 2016 and 20, this was like ground zero, and so we've been really happy to do that, and then we worked very well on this and other issues with Florida. You can call him at any time, and he wants to be helpful for governors. I mean, I can tell you that.
Yeah, this doesn't have to do with Alligator Alcatraz, but
there's no way he's that tall, Pat.
Who?
Did you see how tall? Trump is really tall.
Look, Trump is giving him a bunch of kudos, and he's going into what he did for him. He just gave you a bunch of love. Just go back and edify him the way he edified you. But anyways, let me give you some stats on this facility here. Dubbed the Alligator Alcatraz, or the Gator Gitmo, built in 8 days.
Gator Gitmo, that's good.
Per Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. One thing about Ron DeSantis, the guy gets shit done so quickly. It's freaking amazing. Featuring 200 security cameras, 28,000 feet of barbed wire, 400 security personnel, and 100 National Guard troops, with Trump humorously stating, "We're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator." Okay, if they escape from prison and how to run away, don't run in a straight line. Run like this. He's so funny. Like, he's trying to have fun with these guys. But a lot of people are saying this. What did Joy Reid call it, Rob? Joy Reid had called this place.
I believe a concentration camp for brown people.
Yeah, go ahead and play this clip. She's fantastic.
And I will note that, we tried to forget about him, but Ron DeSantis is still governor of Florida. He took the Comfy Couch hosts on a tour of the concentration camp that he's building in Florida in order to round up brown people, and throw them in a camp because he doesn't want them in Florida. Surprise, surprise, the economy of Florida is going to be severely harmed by rounding up brown people who, by the way, all over this country, Latinos are afraid to go to work. Anybody who is perceived
how do you get to go at the highest level and work at a company like MSNBC when you say stuff like that?
Well, guess what happens in first quarter of 2025? Your show gets canceled because your opinions and your viewers and everything go away. Hey, Joy Reid, you're still technically employed because of what's called the rollout or the transition period of your agreement. How about you go to the border and go look at the Biden and Obama cages? Go down and look at theirs, and then go look at this. And you know what? When I was in high school, we had to watch this movie. The movie was called Scared Straight, and it was how the juvenile hall works and how county works and what can happen to you if you end up in county, which wasn't very good. It's like, I was assaulted in jail. Who did it? I don't know. It was behind me. So we had to watch this thing Scared Straight. And so now you look at this, we're not trying to make a hotel. We're making a detention center for people who have broken the law, and we want to treat them humanely. And humanely doesn't mean comfortable. It means humane. Give them personal sanitation, give them a bed, give them a place, give them air conditioning while we're shipping them back because they did something wrong because of what they did. And so, this is a concentration camp. Yeah, there you go. Dog whistle and using the big words, trying to get people all upset. Waiting to use the Holocaust words, waiting to use these big words to see if they can trigger people. Joy Reid, go look at both and objectively talk about it. You won't because you can't, because your narrative won't let you.
Adam.
Yeah. So this Gator Gitmo, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
Or
Gator.
Alligator Alcatraz. It's interesting. And Rob, I don't know if you can pull this up. If you've ever lived in South Florida or even in West Florida, you've driven across the Panhandle on Alligator Alley is what it's called, 595, right? When we went to Bradenton, we did that drive, right, PBD? Dude, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's a straight line across of nothingness. And if you want to get off and pet some alligators and go on an airboat, you can do that. But everyone who knows that makes that drive, you say, there's like 2 rest stops, there's like 0 gas stations. Use the bathroom, make sure you have snacks, fill up your gas tank. Because if you break down here in Alligator Alley, you might be gator bait. Now, what's interesting about this thing is it's not even on the main road, which nothing exists. It's like a half hour south off the road. Can you pull that up one more time, Rob?
Yep. Yeah.
You pull that up, and you got to go even further south. Dude, this is the middle of nowhere. Nowheresville. Ain't nobody breaking out of this and heading up back into a city. As far as Joy Reid in concentration camp, I'm so sick of... Trump is Hitler. It's Nazi Germany. Guys, a concentration camp was when innocent people were rounded up and starved, forced to work to death. And then there was that whole oven burning thing that the smell of human flesh basically surrounded all of Germany and Poland for years to come. The comparison for illegal immigrants being housed in Alligator Alcatraz is such a disservice to any concentration camps that's ever existed, including whether it was the gulags in Russia or even in Ukraine. Anything that happened there is such a disservice, and it's such a just foolish notion that immigrants who are being housed in this Gitmo-like location are in concentration camps. Don't believe the woke left when they tell you crap like this.
Vinny.
I love it. The fact that we have a facility surrounded by alligators. How many conversations do you think are going to happen, Tom, of guys of whatever country they're going to try to come here from, Mexico, El Salvador, Venezuela, going, mira, they have the alligator. No, they're not going to. Bro, I'm not coming.
Swim.
Yeah, I can't swim, and I don't like the gators. Tú sabes. By the way, it's a deterrent, number one, okay? And here's the thing. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If we send them to El Salvador and let their president take care of them, it's wrong. If we keep them here, but we keep them from escaping, it's wrong. And by the way, we can't blame Joy Reid, guys. I mean, like, look where she came from. Her job, CNN, was it CNN or MSNBC? MSNBC. Just fear porn and everything, and just right back, just scaring everybody. She can't help herself. Now she's in a basement doing Substack that nobody's watching with another angry black woman, as if she's not a multi crazy millionaire. It's like just walk into the sunset, just like Brian Stelter and all these people that all got fired because they suck. Your network sucked, okay? And people are just tired of that shit. And I love it. Anytime, guys, you hear, I'm starting a Substack, like Jim Acosta and all these people, it's over, okay? I love it. I love what Ron DeSantis is doing. I actually love that they're cool. By the way, he loves Trump, Tom. If you watched him, body language and everything as Trump is talking, he is so excited, which goes back to me to say that he never really wanted to run for president in the first place. And look at the height, bro. If he's at Alligator Alley, he's wearing some alligator boots right there.
Look what the other guy's looking at, though.
Yeah. You know exactly what he's looking at. Christy Nome. By the way, can we give her a shout out? Look how they're just hot women around Trump all the time, bro. Shout out, kudos, Christy Nome.
Ugh, disgusting.
And by the way, Joy Reid was reportedly terminated on a negotiation that canceled her show and then rolled her off the network. So,
weird.
So let's just remember, she didn't go walking into the sunset. Her ratings and everything dropped, and the reports that came out indicated that even MSNBC grew tired of it and said, I think you're done here.
Yeah, I mean, that's business. Once a year, we host an event call the Vault Conference. If you're somebody that either runs a business, you're a married couple, husband and wife, life's been kind of flatlining lately. There's not been too much things that are growing in ways, business, personal, financial, and you kind of want to call a time out and get away and spend 4 days with 3,000 other couples and nearly 12,000 people in the same room together to strategize the future of your life with your kids, being intentional about it. I highly, highly recommend you attend the Vault Conference. It's the only conference you can go to where the attendees are comfortable talking about business, are comfortable talking about money, are comfortable talking about politics, are comfortable talking about family values, and no one cares. No one walks on eggshells. You go to some business conferences, oh, we can't talk about politics. We talk about everything. If that's appealing to you, do whatever you can to go to the Vault Conference. Here's a video I did with my patient. Here's a doctor sitting down as a therapist, sitting down with his patient, and guess who his patient is? Rob, go ahead and play the clip.
Matthew, who's my next patient? Oh, this one's gonna be tough. Oh, I gotta take the jacket off for this one. Okay, so what's been happening lately?
Oh, nothing positive. I'll tell you that, Doc. Just, work is crazy. My marriage is hanging on by a thread. I know we talked about that last time I was here. The kids are freaking screaming and yelling all the time. The business is bleeding cash. I can't breathe. So what do I do?
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you and your wife sat down and actually mapped out your next 5, 10, 15 moves, personal life and your business life?
Never. The only thing we've ever mapped out was our Disneyland trip. Just like which rides to go on.
That's one day, though. But I'm talking like 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. You guys have never done that?
Never.
Do you guys read books together? Do you spend a lot of time reading lately or no?
Oh, I don't know about her, but the last thing I read was the back of a shampoo bottle while I was in the
it's not
bathroom. I know, but you should see the stuff that's in there.
It's actually really interesting stuff, but I'm talking like life and business.
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
We don't have time.
Does this sound familiar to you? Do you listen to anything he said and say, that's a little bit of me? When is the last time you and your wife took a time out, went away to a business conference to identify your next 5, 10, 15 moves? If you've never done that, we host a conference once a year called the Vault Conference from September 8th to the 11th. If you just watched this, you laughed a little bit, you giggled, but you said, that's kind of me. Get registered. I look forward to seeing you and your spouse September 8th through the 11th at the Gaylord Orlando.
All right.
Well
There you
done,
go.
team.
Yes. Guys, go to thevaultconference.com. Go to thevaultconference.com. Get registered. Get yourself a ticket. If there's one thing I can tell you since 21 years old, I've gone to 4 to 10 business conferences every year purely to recreate myself. Again, go to thevaultconference.com. Get yourself and your spouse a ticket. Let's spend 4 days to get in Orlando, September 8th through the 11th. Cannot wait to see you there.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.